Okay, welcome to the channel. I'm just going to play a few 6-max games this morning. Well, it's morning where I am, fairly early. We've messed about with a few $5 games on both Pokerstars and GG, and that's done okay. That's been profitable. There's no reason not to continue with that. Well, I'm just, this session's just more of a more relaxing play about session, show and tell. I'm not really thinking about the bankroll too much. Sometimes I just, if things don't go well here, I don't really care, so sometimes, part of my training and practice is just, going down a stake or two or whatever, and then messing about. So I mean, but no, I'm not saying $5 not relaxing at all. It is. I don't find it any stress or anything particular like that. So, but I thought I just needed to do. I haven't. What I wanted to do. I think the other part of my thinking is, I'm not sure how many $2 games I've actually did or done so far and uploaded. Not that many. And I think I also I'm going to do a few more $2 games just to sort of upload it up there onto the channel, just so that you can. What do we have here? We'll give it a go. I think we're a beat, but again, this is part of the messing about thing, isn't it? Okay, so that was a bit. I missed a 5-6 there. We got a full house. I'll bet into that. Hopefully he's got. He called that. King 6. That was a bit. Couldn't quite work that one out. We'll put a blue there, a bit of a bluffies. Blues. How to describe the blue label? I mean, I don't pay too much attention to these labels. It's just somebody who makes a silly call like that. I make those silly calls sometimes. Somebody who is an outrageous bluffer. I know they're not exactly the same thing. Somebody who does something a little bit unexpected. So we've got another boat. Well, some players don't. Some players are very kind of ABC. You see this VPIP here, 18. You'd expect, fairly solid reg sort of figure, maybe played a little bit tight. Very often you don't expect that, So it's a little bit different for me than a normal green. No, I should have another colour, somewhere between green and blue, really. But I'll change the colours from time to time. Sometimes it's just probably one hand that, and I don't see anything again. I haven't got a lot of data on these people. 122 hands? It's hardly. I mean, it's enough there for me to kind of go on, but it's not a massive amount of data, is it? So, well, we've got 2 pairs here, so I'm just going to call for now because there is the jack there, and I should have re-raised, to be honest. fucking predictable. So now ace jack, ace king. When he hasn't got many chips, I think we're just going to have to lose this one with 2 pair here. We're ahead. Oh, fucking hell. So we made a complete dog's dinner of that, but I think we were probably going to lose the hand anyway. I mean, you know, sometimes it just seems to help these donkeys out, you know. Oh, ice free, oh. Yeah, you know when they're holding an ace, they think they're fucking invincible, don't they? Oh, they have a chance. They had a 20% chance, and you know, it's going to come up roughly 20% of the time. That's how it goes. That's what you've got to expect. So shit happens. Yeah, so I wanted to put like a few more $2 games, just get some more games there on the channel, because I know people watch them and value them and maybe find them helpful. I don't know, because a few channels that I've watched where they do the $2 games. Not that it makes that much difference. I don't think if you're watching $25, $10, $50. I mean, obviously, you know, you're watching good players play. You're learning from it. But there's not a massive amount of. Well, might be. I don't know. I've not really had a look in a long time. But when I was learning, I don't recall there being too many $2 games out there. So I'm going to put a few more on my channel, whatever, anyway. This guy's fucking dicking about, isn't he? You know, this is what I say, it's I'm messing about. It's $2 and he's got 80% VPIP. Let's give it a go. Okay, we're ahead. That worked out. Okay. Oh, there you go. So it was. We lent him some money or some chips, and he borrowed them off us for a while. We could say that, couldn't we? And now we've demanded them back. We could say that. I'm going to check, because this guy re-raised, didn't he? So I'm going to see what he does. He's an ace kinga. He's bet 50. He's re-raised. I think he's on an overpair. We're going to call 1. Jack's not the greatest hand. Sticky turn card and ace is going to continue. Didn't bet there. Oh, I'm going to bet small. Wow. We got that right. That adds a little bit of an expense. A little bit of a donation to him. I think, the other thing is we put a few $2 videos up and just slowly build the bankroll up, try a few things out. I'm not going to play any tournaments for a while, I don't think. I played one or two yesterday. I don't think I won anything in them. Just seems at the moment in my tournaments, and GG, I'm always beat. Ace King, I'm always beat. I had Ace Ace, beat. I just, yeah, it happens. I'm not complaining, but I'm just not enjoying it. I can't. It's kind of. Generally, I do enjoy playing tournaments. But I've sat there the last couple of times, and it's like a couple of days. I'm not. But I'm just. When you always get beat all the time, what's the fun in that, And I think it just got to that stage where I just thought, I'm kind of, I'm running bad. And, I think when you run bad, you should stick with it, That's the thing. Well, we're beat by Ace King clubs here. We're going to have to pay it off, I think. So that goes for blue. It's a little bit bluffy with the 10. Just to check that a bit. Yeah, it's like on GG, like, look, for example, for that hand there, he had the 10, and I thought, okay, I'll pay it off, what did I have, the queen, was it? Should have re-raised the ace queen there. I'm talking and not really thinking and watching what I'm doing. I missed a hand there, didn't I? Okay, so he had the 10, and that's great. We've got 50%, and this freaking ace queens, man. I'm losing money on my ace queens. Is it a draw? Is it a set? I am just going to shove it in. I don't really care. I've lost so much money on my ace. Yeah, queen. Something with the ace queen hands. I mean, it was a terrible shove. He had shortish stack, didn't he? That's probably why I did it. Did he have a shortish stack? I don't know. Terrible play. It's only $2, but I'm finding ace queens are fucking coming up against the nuts all the time. Like there, queen. I mean, the re-raise should have fucking alarmed me, shouldn't it? But I thought, okay, it's a draw. I looked at the VPIP a little bit. Put 2 and 2 together, came up with 10, and ended up in trouble. So I'm not taking it too serious. I'm just messing about a little bit here. Sort of push my way around and see what happens. Probably settle down into a pattern and recover my composure and get moving at some point and get back into my more usual rhythm. A little bit over here. Far. Fucking hell, man. Fucking typical. Fuck off. Fucking typical. Oh, fucking hell. You see, what's going on at the moment, isn't it? It's all fucking happening at the moment. Wouldn't fucking fall for me, that one. I'm getting out of GG tournaments at the moment. Whatever I've got is fucked. Whatever I've got, it doesn't matter. Okay, we started off a bit roughly here today. The other thing about GG Poker, I'm finding about my cash games. I don't know. I don't know. I played a bit of one last night. I wasn't recording. I just had in my mind the first 10 minutes I'm going to lose a stack. That's what's been happening for the last week or so. The first hand, I lost a stack. I can't remember what I had. Ace or something. King. I really can't remember. I just lost the will to live. First hand, I think it was ace. I mean, I open raise. I think someone just shoved on me. I called and I got beat by 3-3 or something. It was, something like this. I can't even remember. I played so many hands since. And I just bailed out. I just thought, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going to wait another 20 minutes and come back. Great, which I do. I'm just getting sick of, what is it with the first fucking 10 minutes with you people? Stop doing this. It begins to feel like a bit of a fucking setup. Like I said, long term it's okay. Long term it's profitable. But I don't want to start off like that all the fucking time. I just thought, I'm not even going to bother continue playing. So I'm just like, first time, man. What is this? A really sort of funny. It's a real funny pattern. First hand. And Pokerstars, I haven't really got a funny pattern at the moment. I don't think I haven't started off well here. But like I said before, I did have one before where I was like, come on, going up, and then back down to 0, then up, and then back down, right down to the 0 line, and it would turn round, and it was just up, like that. Like a M, something like that. Second pair, we'll call it off. I mean, man. Another ace queen. I should have re-raised it. Yeah, I'll balls this one up as well. What? What's me balls up poker? I'm gonna change the channel name. Pete fucks up poker. How not to play poker. If you want to waste an hour of your life, watch Pete play poker. Yeah. What's going on with this player here? He's got the golden touch, isn't it? Golden balls, isn't it? Golden cards. Yeah, we get this. I'm just gonna flat the king 10. Have a sniff at the flop. Ooh, now ace jack's there, isn't it? King queen's there. Multi-way. You know what? This is just messing about. I'm just gonna throw it in there. Let's see what happens. Okay, all in. Really bad idea. Who cares? We have a chance. Ace jack's there, isn't it? Yeah. There you go. We said it was a bad idea, and It was a bad idea. But ace queen with top pair again. You know, what is it with this? Something with these ace queens. I'm actually going to fold that one. Probably shouldn't have done. Messing about. I need to get it together. A crazy start. Have a look at that. Should I have folded? 10 jack queen. I'm hanging with top pair. Threw it in there. What's he throwing that in there? You're not going to throw that in there with nothing, is he? If he has ace king, yeah, I'll be throwing that into ace king. Re-raising with the tens. I'll try to do this. Ace jack. I'm struggling with my timer here. Oh, we flop quads. Better look at last. Let's go half pot, but it's a bit big. I don't think anyone's going to call that anyway. And I just pot in the ace jack. Again, ace queen is there. That seems to love us, this ace queen, doesn't it? Well, we get fucked. We'll call one. I've probably done now. Well, we got trips. A little bit of beat. 3, 4. Let's see if we can get one here. I think we're just going to mess about with another beat here. Oh. $50-50. I thought we would beat there. 10 king. What the fuck you doing, man? Fuck you on. Made me think. What beat? Well, we're not gonna fold trips, aces aren't. Sometimes you have to just stick it in there, and you know there's a chance you're beating it. I'm gonna re-raise the tens here. I don't smell jacks, queens. Putting it in big. Jacks. I don't smell jacks, and it's jacks. Fuck me, man. Oh. Oh dear. I don't smell jacks. Maybe I have COVID. There's something wrong with my sense of smell. Fucking hell, man. Oh dear. Thank God it's only $2. It'd be bankrupt by now, I think. Well, things can only get better, they say. Not going well so far. -2 buy-ins. And 140 hands. Okay. That happens, not a big deal. So I was thinking this week, it's Monday where I live. It's probably Monday right all over the world. And it's Wednesday in America. What am I on? Well, you know, we do. Well, it could be. Well, not, it could be Sunday in America now. I don't know. Flat the king queen's quite a bad move, but only got 37 there. Bound to have an ace. Oh, we got the king. We've got ace king, hasn't he? No. I'm going to re-raise the ace queen here because I like getting fucked. We're up against an ace king probably. We got kings there. We have a set protecting against the flush a little bit. Nine, 10, jack, so we have a double gutter flush draw. We're going to bet high there. Kings. Nuts. Check. We've got ace eight. Cool. Nuts. Go on, shove it in. Wonderful. I'm gonna re-raise. I've been shoving these and they fold, so I'm gonna re-raise a little bit. There you go, that worked. That's the experimentation I wanted to do, you know. Look at that, I'm gonna wait a little bit. Make him think, is this okay? There you go. Well, look at that. Oh, look at that. Prove yourself. Go on, take a good old let me taste your tears. G to D. Your tears are lovely and sweet. Come on, reload. Reload. Go and get your dinner money. Mad. Can I have some more money for Pop? And a packet of crisps. So, okay, we were -2 buy-ins, now we're -1 buy-in, so that's okay. So this is what I mean about the experimentation, is to, we might play some stupid hands like we have done, and I'm not going to do too many more of those. 1 or 2 is okay. But that was an example there in that last hand, where what's happened a few you know, I've not really been taking any physical notes of this. I actually haven't gone through my HUD or software and done any sort of training recently. I've just been playing, which is okay. But I've got mental notes of things I want to work on. So like with the ace queen, is something. I've done a little bit of research and I popped up some data on it the other day, and I was on the video, I think, where, you know, ace queen off and ace king off, no, ace queen off and ace queen suited are losing money. Okay, so, and that's not good, and I think I'm overplaying. My leak is I'm overplaying ace queen like I did in that hand there. You know, guy re-raised me on the flop. Well, I didn't really take that seriously, which probably was not the first time. So I need to sort of plug that leak a little bit and recognise, you know, ace queen is not invincible. I've been playing it like it is invincible, particularly if we've got, yeah, ace queen with a top pair. Well, it's a great hand, but for me recently, I mean, it could just be variance. For me recently, I've just lost stacks with that hand, too many, and I need to find a way where I don't lose stacks. I need to have come up with a strategy. So, like, you know, possibly if someone shoves on me, I need to be folding a bit more. Not all the time. I don't want to be exploited. You know, sometimes you're just gonna have to give it up. You know, and or work out a way where I'm a bit more cautious with my approach with the ace queen. I'd not go, yay, all in, which I think I've been doing as well, been guilty of that. But at the same time, I don't want. Can be quite an aggressive player. Tag style at this level is fine, and you know there are a lot of yahoos, and they're going to be calling with king queen, queen jack. So it is a little bit player dependent. I'm just going to re-raise here with the king jack suited. I'm going to re-raise here with the ace jack. We don't hit with the king jack suited. I think my factor queen 10 if I have that. King 10. So yeah, you know, I'm just looking to see if there are any adjustments I can make to factor king queen here to save myself some money on that hand. Well, we got a flush and two pairs here. It's one of those ones, isn't it? Got nothing with the king 10. And the other thing I wanted to work on is what I do in those river spots where, you know, I've got the nuts, someone bets into the river, or re-raises me on the river, and I've got the nuts. And I think what I've been doing too often is just shoving. Well, okay. And that what's happened is they just fold. Okay. Now what I want to do more of is to say, well, I say they just fold. I mean, sometimes they would call, but I think they're folding too much. So I think I want to adjust that a little bit to say, okay, like I did there, where I've made the adjustment, I thought about it, rather than, you know, the guy bet 15 chips on the flop, and I just re-raised him to about 40, 2.5 or something like that. His bet, and he called it, I think, whatever, or no, he shoved it or whatever. So that worked. Now he could have, he could have called a shove. That particular player might have done that. I don't know. So it seems like that when this is what I mean by this is like just a bit training practice. It's at the $2 level. It's a bottom level. You can try things out. It's going to cost you $10. You know, and you might lose 4 or 5 buy-ins on your experimentation. But I get that. I mean, it's not perfect because these are not like $200 players, are they? And it's not like a GTO sim, is it? You know, so you know, it's that kind of thing. Nothing's perfect, I think. And you know, and combined with that, it's a bit of the fun of playing. I mean, I've enjoyed the. You know, I'm losing. What is it? I'm losing what, $2? Let's have a look. Okay, I'm minus $3 now. It's not a big deal, is it? You know, I'm gonna get that back at some point. So I'm going to put up a few more $2 games like this over the sort of next week or two, just to sort of have a little bit of a catalogue, a library there. Probably, I'm not sure if it will be every day or. I mean, when I started the channel, I was thinking, oh, I'll try and do every hand, and that's impossible. I think for various reasons, because I don't really have the equipment to do that. I don't really have the time to do that, and you know, sometimes I need more tables on the screen to do that. To do what I need to do, and it doesn't really look good. And sometimes I just need to get my head down and play, you know. Without chat. Sometimes there's too much noise around me. You know, all sorts of things. But I'm going to try and put most of my hands up. Well, not most of them, but good, you know, a good percentage of them. I enjoy doing what I'm doing, you know. It's just, like I said, just a hobby. And it's great to get the feedback in the comments. I think there was 1 or 2 so far, 3 or 4. So you should do this, you should do that. Yep. Thank you for that. Keep them coming. And I will try to respond. I mean, as much as I can. I mean, if I don't respond, please don't take it personally. I kind of, you know, maybe I just like. I do read the comments. I do take them seriously, and you know, I do have a look at the hand, and I might give a thumbs up or something. There's not much else to say in it, really. Sometimes, yeah. Good, well spotted or something, you know, one of my mistakes or blunders or but if I have time to write back, I'll try and do that as much as possible. And I mean, I think some guy asked me quite a specific question the other day. Can you explain why you did this? And I thought I was going to have no idea. No. I just guessed. And actually, you know, I took a look at the hand, and it was a great question, and it was nice to be able to put an explanation down. I think the guy was happy with it. I was happy with it. But, you know, we are talking with an imperfect voice, you know, so I'm just telling you what I did, what, you know, in terms of my logic. 16 here. So we got ace king. Big re-raise, I think there's ace king, isn't it? Ace queen or something. You know, why would you want to do that with ace? Some players do, don't they? You used to get that a lot here, I think. I don't see it so much now. You still do see it. But like ace was an automatic shove for everyone, wasn't it? It's like, oh, I've got ace. And people were calling, you know, in the early days, weren't it? I think. And I wasn't even here on the early days, I don't think, but the day when I remember, it was that I think players have got better. Not everyone. There's still a... I think that's a good thing about poker. It's a difficult game to master, isn't it? You know, kind of so many variables, and even when you think you're there, it comes and it's one of these kind of crashes again. No, not now. Don't get this on GG. I want to play Pokerstars, but okay. We got two pairs on a monotone. Yeah, look at that. Look at that rib. Look at that turn card. Funny. Someone's got a 10 there. Look at that. Let's hope for the best here now. That's all we can do. Yeah. They love these action kind of flops, don't they? And turns. You know that turn card is going to be precisely the card that does that. You know, no, never a brick, is it? It's never like, you know, two. Well, I say never a brick. It is quite a lot of the time, but in the hands that I play, it's never a brick, so I say that. I use these kind of absolute kind of frequency adverbs like never a brick. It's always this. I mean, what the fuck is this? Look, I was just saying about people shoving ace-ace. Okay, you won one chip. Fucking amazing poker. Stop and think about that. Okay, go and tell your mummy. Mom, guess what? I just wanted a chip. Well done, Coco. We love you. You're a good little boy. You're very intelligent. Oh, my little sweetie. Oh, can I have a biscuit now, Mummy? Oh. 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 Okay. So, did you enjoy that? I'm gonna fold the king 5. So I'm going to put up a few more $2 games like this. I was thinking earlier on I might play some full ring. Not that I particularly want to play full ring. But again, it's just about I'm being selfless. I'm thinking about you. Okay. Oh, Mummy, done it again. I'm thinking about you and what you might need. And I will give it to you. I'm not going to call a shove with 9-9. You can have my chips. Or I'm going to call a re-raise with 9-9. I'll call one. I'm going to go big and then fold. We got away with that, didn't we? So I'm going to put up some full ring there. I think I might have played some full ring on a video the other day when I was playing tournaments, I think. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I did one or two videos, maybe just one. And that seemed to go okay, but I was playing. I did the full ring because I was playing lots of other tournaments at the same time, and I was just explaining, you know, if you have a space for a cash table on the screen, I like to have a full ring table there because it's slow and you know, it fits with the tournament tables, which are 7, 8, 9 max or whatever. Okay, you know, actually in tournaments, I prefer the 6 max tournaments. But I think I've done really quite, I think I've done my best in 6 max. No, I haven't done my best, but I do generally do quite well in 6 max tournaments. When I started playing, I played full ring all the time. It was really slow. I remember playing just one full, this is what it was like for me, one full ring table for ages, you know. I had no idea what I was doing. I still don't have any idea what I was doing. And then when I went from one full ring table, 9 mats table, to 2 9 mats table, I found it really difficult because it was like, oh, there's a lot going on here. You know. But I didn't really know what I was doing, you know. I was like, oh, should I call, should I fold? And I was thinking about everything. And now I can play probably 20 of them, you know. I'm not allowed to, but you know how it goes. I'm just going to flat the ace 10 here. I want to... Why am I doing that? I don't want to... I want to bring people along, and if everyone goes in and it's nice, I can just shove. It's not... No. Oh, perfect. I mean, it would have been nice. 2 clubs I was going for it, you know. We have 2 hearts. Well, I'm not going for it. He's done the same as me. But he's got the arts, isn't he? Bastard. 2 pairs. Oh, let's give it to him. Is that the same player? I don't know. Or was it just that position of... I mean, at 96%, I just thought... I mean, ordinarily I'm going to be folding that, you know. But I just thought, we might have an ace. We've seen that already this morning, so... That's my rationale. Yeah, technically it's a bad call. Technically, you know. Any kind of solver is going to say fold, I think. But 96% VPIP. Pay it, you know. What's a gamble? Have a gamble. You'd be surprised what you see. You'd be surprised what you see the turnover. You will be surprised. You see some shit, you know. Yeah, I did that time, didn't I? Gonna re-raise the ace king, because obviously if the Yahoo comes along and we hit, we can have some fun, maybe. Oh, fucking don't hit. Don't fucking hit. He's only got 39 chips as well. Call 1. For the Yahoo comes along, we can have some fun. He just doesn't have enough chips. Queen 10 I'm flatting because he's got 280 chips. Man, what's it doing here? I'm going to check. He's going to call, and he doesn't really have many chips. It's not, you know, it's not worth doing what you should do here. Okay. Two. You see what I mean? I rest my case. I did say about 1 minute ago you see some shit, don't you? You know, but you know he may have called that because you know you see me call with, what was it, sixes or something. I'm going to re-raise with the king, so he probably thinks, oh, you know, he's a fish. I'm going to call here with the re-raise the ace king. 9, 10, a good shot. Just bet one and hope. Not going to happen, is it? Okay, we're going to lose to queens, to jacks, to king, queen. We've got the straight there. I'm just going to release it into that. Are we starting to rebuild again? Yeah, well, going up a little bit. He doesn't have enough chips for me to play a7. Oh, let's just shove the ace king out, but let's have some fun. Does he have trips, this guy? No, he doesn't. Oh, we're getting a lot of kings at the moment, aren't we? So, what was I saying? I'm going to put some full ring games. So, this week, I'm probably just going to be playing entirely cash games. Probably going to do a few Pokerstars, mainly 6 max, I think, like we're doing now. $2, maybe some $5, mainly $2, because like I said earlier, I want to get some more $2 games on, maybe some $5. And then I'm putting some full ring $2, a few of those videos. Again, just because that may be what people want to see. I'm not approaching this from a like, oh, you know, this is my bankroll challenge. Let me get to 20 big blinds and I'll go up a level. Yes, I do talk about that. You know, we do have enough money to go up, and if we, you know, we come down, I'm partly doing that. You know, but it's a bit loose. I'm also thinking, okay, let's put a little bit more content up there on that, and then we can do a bit of both, you know. If you get to $50 level, and you know we're making money there, I might even come back and just do some $2 games for people, sort of thing. People watch them and people like them, you know. So yes, I'll do the bankroll challenge, and sometimes it would just be, I'm playing some $2 games. Have a look at this. That kind of thing. 49. I don't know the player. Let's put it in. Got his queen, didn't he? Fucking got his queen. Yeah. You know it's gonna happen. Wanker. 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 I'm only joking. You know it's gonna happen. It's another one of those, isn't it? Well, they're coming from this morning. They've all been released. I'll tell you what it is. They got released for the weekend. And then, you know, they've got a couple of hours before they have to return to the institution, don't they? And they're making the most of it by the looks of it. Probably brothers. This one and this one. A brother psychopath from Moscow. But it does look a bit crazy, doesn't it? No, we went down a bit there. Jack, worth a call. When these chips will probably most likely come back to us at some point. Look at that flop for 8-8, then we get a 10. It's almost like they're not going to let you get away with 8-8. 9-4 off. A bell end. 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, let's call it. Jack 10. Why not? Well, you see that 9-4 there. I thought you could have 9-4. Okay. You see what I mean? It is a bit whack jobby, these games, sometimes. These are, and, you know, you can't exactly sit there with, like, you know, your solver. I'll work this one out. These are more like tournament. I think sometimes these play more like the kind of short stack period of a tournament, the way that it goes. Sometimes, not all the time. I mean, look at it now. You have to think about calling quite widely, or you can sit there and fold. If you put this in your solver and someone's going, oh, did and you've got, you know, 9-9, you're probably like, oh, you're folding. You know. 97 VPIP. We'll pay him off. Fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Again, that was a clear fold. I didn't say it wasn't a fold. But, you know, 98 VPIP. You see where I'm coming from, and we're just having a bit of fun. This is not optimal poker, and we've seen what's been turned over. We'll tighten up, we'll tighten up, don't worry. I'm not worrying. Now we're -2 buy-ins, I think. But that just goes to show about the VPIP. So you think, okay, like I said, 98% VPIP. Could have anything. You know, very often when I call, they've got the nuts. You know, so I think take their river bet seriously is the message. I think don't assume because, you know, they're playing pretty much nearly every hand that they haven't got anything. And there's a clear example of why you shouldn't do that. I made the mistake there. Okay, well, whatever. This is just going all in. We've got a top pair with the nut flush draw. Fucking set. Is that fucking incredible, man? Ah. Yes, it is incredible. But how predictable was that? Not predictable that I won, but predictable that it had a fucking set. But it's... I think I've lost one of those and won one of those this morning. I think 50-50, isn't it? You know, basically. 50-50. Flip. Okay, so we're down less than one buy-in now on this morning's session. Let me just move the chart over, I'll show you. Okay, there you go. Oops. Move it. Okay. So very quickly you can see today we played about 400 hands and we're just less than one buy-in now. So there you go. I'm going to call. We lose to this. Yeah. You see what I mean? You see what I mean with the... Okay, 9-9 is a clear call there. Against... You know... 98% VPIP. I'm just going to mute my microphone. So I had my microphone off then for a while. My cleaner was around. And... but I was talking. at the same time, and I need to. Well, that was good luck with the jacks, and we're now in profit. I think. Let's go back to the chart. Okay, so we started off, 2.5 buy-ins down, and now we're nearly 1 buy-in up. So it's okay. That's great. It's good news. But you can see we've had to play a bit crazy poker. So we've got quite a lot of crazy things going on. And what I was just saying, if you follow everything that a GTO solver will tell you, in these hands you'd be folding a lot, And I've been practicing GTO myself, and I'm going to do some of that. And I'm going to do some videos where I try to do my GTO training. Okay, I know some people say, "What GTO?" Yeah, they're great. I don't necessarily believe that they really mean that. But I'm just keen to learn whatever's out there. I don't really care what the name of it is, and I just want information. That's my thing, and I'm just shoving these nines. And I'm hoping to get people to fold thinking I've got trips or something. I think we might be okay with the queens here. I mean, might have got that guy to fold the best hand, and I doubt it. But I don't know. We'll never know now. Re-raising ace queen, but being cautious with it. Re-raising ace jack, but being cautious with it. So anyway, get back to the GTO. I'm going to do some videos, but I'm not going to be teaching GTO. I have no idea how to do that. Okay, I'm going to fold ace jack here. I'm just going to be using my trainer when I get time, and I'm just going to be recording what I do when I practice GTO on my solver or whatever it is. Okay, and I'm only doing it because I want to just learn more, not necessarily because I want to play GTO. I want to just learn how to play as many hands in the best way that I can, and that's it. That's my. I just want to win. I just want to win as much money as possible, and what I've found from my experience of studying and learning GTO and going through these solvers and things is it just my feeling, tends to play a little bit more passively in some senses, in some situations than maybe you would do here. I think that I would do here. But also I think it's really helped me to improve my ranges. I think my opening ranges are a lot more solid. Some situations I'm playing different. I think one thing I noticed, like for example with Ace Kings, it's pretty much nearly an all-in a lot of situations. Not necessarily the case for me now with my Ace Kings, but my Ace Kings a lot of the time, I think I'm playing them more aggressively than I do fold them still. I think you've seen that already, particularly in these games. But my solver seems to be playing Ace Kings very aggressively. It's almost never folding. I might be wrong, I haven't played it for a while. So fundamentally, from the practice that I've done on my GTO training tools, I've got better. I feel more I feel happier, feel more confident. there are fewer unknowns, so particularly like with the opening start of the hand. I think my post flop plays improved. Okay, I'm nowhere near the finished product. I don't think that exists, but I think I've improved. Or I know I've improved. And yes, I think some of that is a kind of, I feel happy that I've sat down and studied, and happy that study has given me some confidence, even if sometimes it's like confirming what you're doing is the right thing, it's the best play. But it's added a lot more value than that, so. But my analysis and my study continues for we have the straight here. And you have so if you look at the stack sizes here now, 320, that was a bit of a ding dong table, wasn't it? 140, 130, 180. We may have lost a stack or two along the way. Yeah, but we're +1 buy-in. Try and move this over quickly. So this is some +1 buy-in. And I'm not sure we're going to play for too much longer. I need some breakfast. I mean, the other thing I could do is, playing some 6-bats tables, $2, $5 or whatever, and then some of the full ring tables, and I might just do some comparisons between those two. So, just the way that I see it, and maybe put some of that information into my sort of solver thing, looking at that from what would the GTO perspective say, what is my take on that, what is my experience on that, comparing that with the HUD stats, my data that I have, and again, it's not from like, this is an expert's opinion. It's just like, what you see is what I see. That's it. I want to, with this bankroll challenge, just want to make as much money as possible. Have a little bit of fun along the way, and try to learn too. And if you find that valuable, that's great. I mean, it's already going well so far. It's not going to be like You see some bankroll challenges that get to 20 big blinds and then they go up, and another 20 big blinds, and then that's it. Which is great. But it's going, like I said earlier, it's going to be a bit of that and a bit of let's hand back a little bit. Let's come back here. Let's do this. Let's have a look at it a little bit closely, because it might be helpful for me anyway, and helpful for you guys. I always wonder how the super pro. I mean, no, look, I was watching a video recently about Daniel Negreanu, and I can't remember the other guy's name. He was playing in a cash game against this guy. I don't know if this guy was sort of Spanish name by the looks of it. Maybe it's from Colombia or something. I don't know. I have no idea, but Fernandez or something. But this guy was a relatively unknown pro. I think he's become a bit more. I don't even know his name, but he's become a bit more famous recently. He's sort of Daniel Negreanu's coach. I mean, Daniel Negreanu. So this guy, Daniel Negreanu, has kind of went to this guy and picked this guy to help him develop his game, and he's done really well lately, Daniel Negreanu, hasn't he? So I find it's really fascinating. Really sort of, I often wonder how these sort of pros, the big best players, how they study, what is their routine, and what tools do they use, and how much time do they spend doing it. And again, I remember an interview between Ben CB and Lex. What's his name? Lex Valdus, is it? Probably, but Lex. Everyone knows Lex from Pokerstars. And I think this was a long time ago, and Ben CB said, how often you study, and I think Lex said, well, not much. And I think Ben CB said he's studying about 2 days a week or something like this. And kind of look of shock on Lexi's face. It was like, really? You're supposed to do that? This is already a winning player. So you've got, obviously, Ben CB's a winning player, Lex is a winning player, but very different sort of, at that time, very sort of different attitude and approaches to study. I think Lex has got a lot better since then. I think he actually sort of studied a lot more and became a bit more serious and did really well, I think. So I mean, I like it when, you get people like Tom Dwan and they just play a lot of games, and I think there's value to that. But you have to be able to. I think there's another side to that coin, isn't it? Yes, just play a lot of the games and you will get better. Well, yes, that's going to be the case. We have danger here with the king queen. But you do have to be able to analyse it and analyse it properly. I mean, for example, I wouldn't say I'm playing a lot of games at the moment. I'm playing games regularly, but there's been times when I've played a lot more. Okay, I'm playing less than I used to. But I need to probably address that and play more. So there's that. Folding the ace queen off. Ace queen suited, yes. They're all out this morning, aren't they? They're all on their day release. Like the Shove School of Poker. So yeah, one is playing a lot of hands, but two, I think you have to be able to analyze it properly. Now, by playing a lot of X amount of hands recently, I've been able to analyze a couple of things or identify a couple of things. Ace Queen is a problem, and my bets, how to manage my bets on the river, post river, and things like that. But I'm sure there's going to be a lot more come from when I do a little bit more of a detailed analysis, what information am I going to get there, and all that's going to help in later on in the Bankroll challenge. So, I'll be, writing that out. So hopefully that's helpful for people. Looking at the other screen, and I just got in with the 6-6 in time. Oh, it's a tricky one, isn't it, with the king 10? We haven't got the strongest king there. We're up against... Let's go flat and see what the turn brings. Oh, it's not this kind of Pokerstars crashing again. Okay. I'm folding this king 10. Now it's sat me out all the hands. It does this. And I won't get back in. I'm not disconnected, I'm here. Okay, I'm folding that, and it's going to be the end of this session because it's like this kind of Pokerstars crash, which is annoying. And I won't get back in. Anyway, we'll end this session there, and now this is what's happening. But that lasted 90 minutes. But that's what I'm getting with the cash tables, not necessarily with the tournaments, I don't think. Let me just... Okay, no, let's just end it there. Okay, that's it for this session. We ended up in a bit of profit. See you again soon.